Suspended 200 feet in the air, a crumbling strip of asphalt runs a narrow gauntlet between two massive quarry pits. Overgrown with trees and fractured by deep cracks, this isolated mile looks like a relic from a post-apocalyptic world. Yet in the 1940s, this very stretch was a primary artery of Route 66. Known locally as Joliet Road, it ushered nearly 20,000 cars a day directly into the heart of Chicago. Unlike countless other forgotten mid-century highways, modern interstates didn't render this route obsolete. The earth directly beneath it was methodically hollowed out and destroyed by forces digging from below. This mile represents a direct collision between essential civic infrastructure and aggressive industrial extraction. A historic highway sat directly on top of an industrial site, and the ground eventually gave out. Aggressive 1960s quarrying hollowed the earth to the pavement's edge, leaving the highway stranded on a narrow rock pillar, towering over the massive dump trucks. Excavation required massive amounts of dynamite. Every detonation triggered a man-made earthquake, rippling outward from the pit. The blast struck surrounding towns with relentless force, causing 58 major tremors in a 5-month span, according to 1969 police records. The town bore the immediate physical cost. Residential foundations cracked and underground pipes burst open, and a newly constructed $1 million police station suffered heavy structural damage almost immediately after it opened. The mining company behind the blasts, Vulcan, dismissed the community's outcry. When presented with the damage, their experts claimed the shattered concrete was the result of basic old-age settling. Local residents realized they were entirely on their own. They were living on the edge of a volatile, man-made earthquake zone, facing a corporate giant that took zero responsibility. The scale of the excavation soon attracted an even larger enterprise. In 1994, the McCook Quarry was designated as a primary site for Chicago's Deep Tunnel project. This photograph shows the interior of one of the reinforced tunnels. The engineering goal was to convert the 250-foot deep hole into a $4 billion reservoir capable of holding 10.5 billion gallons of city sewage. Carving out a reservoir of that magnitude demanded a massive increase in blasting. Every new explosion placed more stress on the already fragile rock ridge supporting Joliet Road. By 1998, state engineers discovered an explosive movement in the bedrock. A deep fault line suddenly shifted 5 inches laterally, straight toward the open pit. That 5-inch slip meant the foundational bedrock was entirely compromised. Facing an immediate risk of a catastrophic landslide, the state permanently shuttered the highway in May of 1998. This multi-billion-dollar underground engineering effort had successfully severed the bedrock foundations of the surface world's most famous road. The closure instantly devastated the local surface economy. Business owners like John Sabin Sr., who spent decades building a popular roadside diner, watched their entire customer base evaporate overnight. Meanwhile, the 20,000 commuters who relied on that route were abruptly diverted. This forced heavy commercial traffic onto quiet residential streets, creating a regional transportation nightmare. The fallout triggered a 12-year legal battle. The state argued the materials company mined too close to the ridge, while Vulcan claimed the cracks were the result of natural geological shifting deep underground. The battle ended in 2010 with a $40 million settlement paid by Vulcan. Crucially, the company handed over the sum while admitting zero liability. The state weighed their options. Rebuilding the road on unstable ground would cost $45 million, with no guarantee of safety. Ultimately, they chose to walk away and use the settlement funds to permanently upgrade detour routes. Today, the road exists as an eerie, living fossil. Trees towering 20 feet high burst through the concrete pavement, flanked by abandoned relics and Chicago street art. The road remains a 1-mile physical scar. It is a place where a massive industrial operation outweighed a historic landmark, leaving behind a piece of Route 66 that will never see another traveler.